You can build a 7-figure business without actually working more than 2 hours a day. Have you ever heard someone say that? Probably not, because it's not true. But in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to build a 7-figure OnlyFans management agency. Now, how am I gonna tell you that, right? I mean, I could just tell you, okay, do this, do this, do this. But that's not the point of this video, because I've been doing OnlyFans management since over 4 years at this point. I started in 2020 when COVID was happening, OnlyFans was exploding, and I've scaled my agency to almost 7 figures in monthly revenue. Now, I'm gonna tell you which stages exist in building this, because going from $0, just starting out, to your first 5 grand a month, and going from 5 grand to 20 grand, from 20 to 100, from 100 to 500, there's a lot of different things that you need to do, but overall there's a different mission for every stage. If you're starting out, you have a different overall goal and different overall to-dos than if you're trying to scale from 100 grand per month to 500 grand per month. That was my phone, ignore that. So I'm gonna tell you, because I've been through all of these stages multiple times and it's been a very hard way. I'm gonna tell you where to put your hard work, because you're gonna have to work hard regardless, and you're gonna have to find information regardless. You have this channel, you have my free ebooks that you can find in the bio, you have the free community that you can find in the bio, but I'm gonna tell you what to work on. So let's get right started, okay? Because the first stage that you will probably find yourself into is $0 to like 5 grand per month. Like, this is the stage where you just don't know anything, okay? You're just starting out, you don't know shit. You may think you know stuff, but you don't. So the main thing you want to do in the stage is to start working. That's the overall, let's say, headline, okay? Start working. It doesn't matter how good you work, it doesn't matter how good the stuff is that you do. You don't have to do it perfectly, you don't have to figure everything out, no. The most important thing is just to get to work. A lot of people do this mistake. They plan everything. They're trying to get like the perfect formula, the perfect strategy everywhere, which is effectively shiny object syndrome, okay? You're just wasting time. You're delaying the inevitable, because you can plan as much as you can. It will always go wrong. The US military has a saying where they say every plan fails as soon as you get shot at, right? The sooner you start working and you actually run into problems, doesn't matter how much you prepared, you're always gonna need to learn more. So if you're making $0 or you're making like a couple grand per month, just start doing everything. Just start figuring shit out. It's better to just start posting on Instagram Reels in a completely shit way and figure out everything on the way than to prepare the best formula and get all the information and then start with like a 20% head start, but you just wasted like a complete month and you still don't have any real life experience. So just get in on the field, get in the ring, start working, and you're gonna figure out everything. Now, the second stage is to get from a couple grand per month to lower 5 figures to like, let's say 20 grand. So 5 to 20 grand per month in revenue. In this stage, the most important thing is to learn new things, because you already got some operation going. This is the first time you're actually making a bit of money. You got some capital, you got some stuff to invest, you got a couple of things to work with, but you're not very high in the ladder, right? You're still in the lower echelons of agency owners. So your job is to understand why the things that already work are working. So you get a couple subs, you make like a couple grand, you make 10 grand a month, for example. Why? What is working the best? How can we improve it? What other ways are there to improve this? How can I scale this? You want to just acquire as much information as possible, because now you're deep in the game. You can actively apply information. In the previous stage, getting information isn't really worth it because you can't apply it. You have maybe 10 people to chat on the OnlyFans profile. So if you acquire the best chatting formula ever, you can't even put it into real work because you don't have people to chat to. Now is the first time in, let's say, the history of your agency that you can actually apply the information that's given to you. So now is the perfect time to watch all the YouTube videos, watch all the guides, okay? It's like, first you have to do your first boxing training. You're gonna suck at absolutely everything. You're gonna get beaten up, but at least you're making progress. But after you get your first fight, you can analyze your fights. You can try to work on the details, how to throw like the jab a bit better, how to do the head movement. This shit's not relevant if you're learning to box. This shit gets relevant once you're preparing for a fight. And this is effectively where you are. This is where you want to plan, strategize, etc. And now we get into the important stuff, because I think reaching 20 grand per month is very, very doable with OnlyFans. It's not much, it's not that hard of work, right? It's not that difficult. It's not really that much content you have to sell. You kind of have to know what you're doing, but you're still in the early stage. So now it gets interesting because this is the stage where 90% of agencies do their most mistakes. Scaling from, let's say, 20 grand a month to 100K, to 6 figures. Because here, the entire system changes. Because if you were able to reach 20 grand per month, you pretty much already know what you're doing. You know the systems, you know what you have to do in theory, and you already got some working systems, some working strategies. Here is where you have to turn the whole thing around 180 degrees. I've done this mistake myself. I thought when I was at 20 grand a month, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. I just need to find more traffic sources, more chatters. I thought this was the place to scale horizontally. So I thought, okay, I'm at 20 grand with these couple of models. If I just get more models, more accounts, more sales, this is gonna bring me to 100 grand. But this is a misconception, it's not true. What gets you from 20 grand to 100 grand is the complete opposite. It's to double down on the things that already work. Don't scale horizontally if you're at 20 grand. It's not worth it. You don't have the capital, you don't have the experience yet. First of all, understand your business on a very complex level. Look at every single KPI, at every number you have. How many people reply to your welcome message, right? How many people sell content? Which scripts perform the best? How much views do you have to make to get one subscriber from Instagram? How much tweets do you have to do? How much money does every single employee bring you? All these different KPIs, because you need to understand your business and then scale based on the numbers. I know everybody of us hates it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not this numbers guy myself. There's people who like to strategize, look at all their different sheets. I'm not that guy. I'm gonna be honest, I hate that. I'm a very practical guy, but old school, I just like to try out new things, market, do active real stuff. I don't like to look at numbers, but this is something I had to learn myself. To be this numbers nerd. I had to learn to be a nerd because this is the type of stuff that actually brings you to 100K. For example, let me give you a very basic example. I talk about this very often. Let's say you get most of your subscribers from Instagram Reels. You make 20 grand a month, you're doing good, you're kind of living the high life. If you want to scale to 100K, you're going to sit down, look at, let's say, the top 50 Reels that gotten the most views within your agency, and understand why they got viral. You're gonna sit down for 2 days, lock yourself in a room with only coffee, nicotine, and any other stimulant or drug that you can find, and analyze why they got viral. And that means, okay, out of these 50 reels, 30 were recorded outside in the sun. So this clearly has to be a pattern. Or with this particular creator, every time she wears a sundress, she seems to go viral. Every time she does a lame, funny joke, it seems to go viral. Every time this creator does a dance, she goes viral. You want to understand shit. Look at the numbers objectively, objective truth. It's binary. Did the video go viral or not? Why? Write everything down. And boom, after these 48 hours, you got a content strategy that's based on the numbers and not on your feeling or what you think is going to go viral. No, now you know. The same goes for the chatting. You want to improve the chatting, you want to triple your chatting ratio. This is exactly how you do it. Okay, 2 out of 10 people reply to the welcome message. How do we get it up to 6 out of 10? Okay, let's try out different messages. A/B test, try multiple messages. Which one performs the best? Why? How can we improve that? All the boring stuff. And after watching this video, if you're at this stage right now, I want you to do a list of the, let's say, 10 most important KPIs. Like I said, right? Welcome message reply rate, conversion, like how many views you have to do per subscriber, how many clicks you have to do on the link tree to get subscribers. All this different stuff. Write on the 10 most important KPIs in your opinion, and then find a way to improve them and understand how to improve them. This is how you get to 100K per month. I can't stress this enough. It's a headache. Most agency owners fail to do that because this is where you turn from a hustler who just does things, you just post things, you kind of get money, to a CEO, to a business owner who takes this shit serious. And this is a very hard transition because for me it was very hard. Maybe some of you are this type of persona, I wasn't, but I had to learn this manually. Now let's say you reached the 100 grand per month mark, right? It's a big step, now you're actually making money, but you will realize it's not that much in the end, right? If you make 100 grand, let's say, assume you have a very, very good margin, right? You will keep, let's say, 60% of the money goes net in your bank account after taxes, after the creator split, after paying your employees, after all the marketing costs, back-end costs, whatever. Let's say you make 60 grand, that's not much. Especially if you have a partner, then you have to split it by 2 again. You make 30 grand, that's not that much. That's not supercar money. That's not Richard Mill chilling in Dubai all year level. That's good money for the average guy, right? But we're not finished yet, right? So you want to reach a higher level, and your next goal is to reach 500 grand per month. You go from low six figures to middle six figures, and that's a very huge step itself, because now is the time that you want to go horizontally, right? I talked previously about you have to find the perfect timing for that. Now is the time. Six figures means you have working systems. You've cracked the code, you're making real money, and you know how to get attention and monetize it. Now is the time to just scale the numbers, because getting one creator from $0 to 100K is particularly easy compared to getting a creator from 100K to 500K. In order to go to 500K a month, you have to nail everything. But getting 4 other creators to 100K as well is way easier. Trust me on that. You can try it out. Some creators just have this persona, they have the specific looks that makes it easier. But I'll just assume you don't have like crazy hardworking creators that fit these requirements. So in order to go to 500K, you want to scale horizontally. You have a couple of creators, okay, triple the amount of accounts you post on Instagram Reels. Hire 5 different chatters. Put way more time and money into creator outreach. Hire more creators. You want to put up the numbers. This is where it gets relevant, because with 100K, you have enough capital to just do this without wasting like half of your margin, okay? Buy more phones, more accounts, more employees, more creators. This is the perfect time. And with that, you should be able to reach 500K. And yes, I'm skipping a lot of the work that you have to do. I'm just talking about the overall headline, okay? I'm gonna get to a summary at the end of the video, but if you put in the work and if you're actually a smart businessman and you acquire all the knowledge, this is what you want to do. Now, the last step to complete your, let's say, journey of an agency owner is of course to reach $1 million a month. You want to get to $1 million in monthly revenue, which only a few agencies ever get to. So here's how you actually reach it. If you're like 400, 500 grand a month in revenue, here's how you reach $1 million. And that is to optimize and diversify. You've already scaled horizontally, right? You've already done everything in your power to reach 500 grand. Now, how can you go even above that level? And the answer is very, very simple. You want to diversify. You're at a point where money doesn't matter, essentially. You find a new traffic source, you spend 20 grand to test it out. It doesn't hurt you that much. And if it brings results, fine. This is the point when you want to try everything. This is the point where you want to professionalize everything. That means buying the best possible equipment. This means starting to acquire the best possible clients. We're talking about influencers with millions of followers on all the socials. This is the point where you professionalize everything. You get the best employees, you get the best possible things for your money, the best ads for new creators, the best and hardworking employees, the best equipment, the best software. This is the point where you just literally go pay to win, okay? This is the point where it's just pay to win. Who spends the most money wins. And also, you want to diversify. You don't want to just rely on one method, because trust me, I've seen this a million times. Agency makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per month in revenue with 1 or 2 traffic sources. The traffic source gets patched and they go back to 30 grand a month. This is the #1 mistake. Like, if you really keep doing this mistake after all the people before you, you're stupid. So make sure to save yourself from falling back. You want to kind of set up your assets, you know, you want to build more traffic sources. So even if one gets patched, you have 5 others. This is the time to build up safety, build up a sustainable business, and also, like I said, try out as many things as possible, because you're gonna invest money in 10 different things and 8 out of 10 of those are gonna fail. But the 2 things that are gonna show a return of invest are gonna go exponential. These things are gonna bring you from 500K to $1 million. So make sure to not be scared to spend money. Don't be scared to lower your margin to build a bigger operation, because if you're at 1 million per month, you reached the Champions League. This is ranked now, okay? With 1 million per month, you can get up to echelons that you've never thought you can get to, if that makes sense. So to sum everything up, from 0 to 5 grand a month, you just have to start working. From 5 grand to 20 grand a month, you have to learn new things, get new strategies in. From 20 grand to 100 grand a month in this area, you want to optimize current systems, double down on the shit that already works. And from 100 grand to 500 grand, you want to scale horizontally. And after 500 grand, you want to build safety, build a sustainable business, and diversify optimize. This is how you build a $1 million per month agency. I hope this video was very, very helpful to you. You can find way more information like this on all the different baby steps that you have to do, the traffic methods, the chatting, etc. I have completely free guides for that in the video description, as well as a 10,000 member OnlyFans management community. Join via the link, no sign up, no payment required, and you're gonna find all the answers you still have after this video. Talk to you soon, bye bye, have a good day.